It's been almost a year since we last saw Deontay Wilder in the boxing ring in a losing effort against Tyson Fury, and fans are seriously starting to miss him. One of the fans who misses him is an up-and-coming boxer, Isaac Chamberlain, who used to train with Wilder. He mentioned a pretty fun story about Deontay as he prepared for his upcoming fight against Alexander Usyk. So let's dive into it. First, how did Wilder send Chamberlain to London? Isaac Chamberlain is a boxer from London that is often compared to Deontay Wilder in terms of potential. That makes sense, considering Chamberlain and Wilder are both training buddies. In a recent interview, Chamberlain was asked a few questions relating to Wilder, and in one of his responses, he basically said that Wilder might just be the toughest guy in the world. He recalled one time when Wilder hit him with an uppercut during training, and it knocked him out so hard that he thought he was back in London. He said that not only is Wilder powerful, but he's also extremely quick, which is sort of the secret behind his success. He also added that Wilder tends to stick to the basics very well, and he might just be the best methodical boxer in the world. And you know what? It's hard to disagree with him. Up next, did Chamberlain mention anything about Wilder returning? Fans have been clamoring for Deontay Wilder to return to the ring in 2022 after two consecutive losses against Tyson Fury. With both being the first two losses of his entire career, it has to be quite devastating for Wilder. However, his performance has won praise from all over the world, and everyone still believes that he can come back. One of these believers is, of course, Isaac Chamberlain. During the same interview, Isaac said that he is certain that Deontay will eventually return to the ring. He said that the boxing world needs a character like Deontay Wilder, and he is 1,000,000% sure that Deontay is preparing for his next big fight. Even though Wilder has not confirmed any sort of return yet, Chamberlain said that he FaceTimed Wilder recently, and during the call, Wilder seemed like he was in the zone and highly determined. He added that Wilder definitely has all the tools to take on practically everyone in his division. He also said the world of boxing needs characters like Wilder. And again, we agree. The 36-year-old is entertaining, determined, and easily one of the best fighters on the planet. Let's hope he makes his comeback soon. Next, who is Chamberlain fighting? On July 30th, 2022, Isaac Chamberlain is set to face off against Chris Smith for the European and Commonwealth Cruiserweight titles. Isaac has 14 wins and 1 loss under his belt, while Chris has 15 wins and 1 loss. Both men have a very similar record, although Chris Smith is considered the favorite to win this match. However, Isaac has one big advantage. He's trained with some of the best boxers in the entire world. We all already know that he and Deontay Wilder go way back, but Isaac has also trained with some other legends, like Alexander Usyk. Even though both Wilder and Usyk were heavyweights, Chamberlain can still learn from both of their past experiences, and one day, if he ever reaches the heavyweight division, he might just go toe-to-toe against his former partners. For now, the fight between Isaac and Chris Smith can go either way, but there's a high chance that we might see a new champion emerge very soon. Now, what did Isaac say about Alexander Usyk? In Wilder's absence, Alexander Usyk might just be the top heavyweight boxer in the world right now. He is undefeated right now and the current unified WBA, IBF, WBO, and IBO heavyweight champion. He is currently set to face off against Anthony Joshua on August 20th, 2022 in a rematch for all of these titles. Usyk previously beat Joshua to win these titles back in 2021 with a unanimous decision, but this time he plans on knocking Joshua out. However, Joshua is definitely going to be a difficult opponent to knock out, having lost only 2 matches, one of which was against Usyk. Isaac said that, in terms of brains and smarts, Usyk might be even better than Wilder, although he doesn't believe Usyk is as athletic as Wilder. But as we've seen time and time again, your brain might matter just as much as your strength in the boxing ring. Unless, of course, you get brain damage from a super strong punch to your head. He believes that Usyk can definitely take on AJ head first and win, as he's done in the past. Now, let's take a look at some other boxing stories. Up next, did Deontay's team just accidentally reveal his next fight? In a recent interview, Deontay's team was very hesitant on revealing any sort of details about whether or not the star would eventually return. When asked if Deontay would be willing to fight someone like Derek Chisora or Robert Helenius, the team outright rejected the idea. It seems like they weren't going to reveal any sort of details. However, once the interviewers asked them about the Alexander Usyk versus Anthony Joshua fight that's coming up in August, the team said that they were keeping tabs on the fight. This can only mean one thing. They want Deontay to fight the winner of the Usyk versus Joshua fight. In June 2022, Deontay made a prediction that Usyk would defeat Joshua in the 3rd bout. So it seems like the team might be rooting for Usyk to win to get the best fight possible. But Wilder definitely wouldn't mind going toe-to-toe against Joshua either. The two have planned to fight together for years, but negotiations always seem to fall apart. This might be the first time we ever get to see Deontay fight either of these men, even though nothing is confirmed so far. However, Deontay's return return is all but confirmed with this news. Next, it seems like Usyk might be a bit too violent in his training. Usyk has been on a training regimen of a lifetime in the lead-up to his fight against Anthony Joshua. He's been training with a lot of up-and-coming boxers, sparring with them, and giving them absolute hell. According to reports that are coming out of Usyk's training camp, the champ is not holding back when sparring against these young fighters. In fact, there are even reports of boxers being busted wide open on the training camp, with some of them even being sent home due to injury or fatigue. You have to wonder, if Usyk is this violent with some random boxers that are only there to train him, how violent is he going to be when he's in the ring with Joshua? Only time will tell whether or not Usyk wins, but it definitely seems like he's gonna go for the knockout in this fight. Up next, Johnny Nelson thinks Anthony Joshua has a chance. Although a lot of the conversations surrounding Usyk-Joshua 2 have consisted of people predicting Usyk's win, some people believe that Joshua still has a chance. After all, Joshua has only lost 2 fights in his career, and he's never been knocked out clean so far. He's already arrived in Saudi Arabia more than a month before the fight is set to take place there, and he's taking this training seriously. The media campaign surrounding him isn't nearly as strong as Usyk, so people don't really know this. But at the end of the day, all that matters is what happens in the ring, not on the news channels. Johnny Nelson compared Joshua's early arrival to Muhammad Ali, who famously arrived in Zaire over 2 months before the Rumble in the Jungle against George Foreman. He has taken his entire team and sparring partners to Jeddah, getting a better feel of the local atmosphere and getting in the right mindset. When fighting against Usyk, you're not just fighting against someone who's unbelievably strong, but also someone who's extremely sharp and knows how to make use of environments. This is going to be the challenge of a lifetime for Anthony Joshua, but if he pulls it off, he could forever cement his position as a legend in boxing. And finally, are YouTubers and celebrities ruining boxing? Celebrity boxing matches have been around for as long as boxing itself. After all, who could forget classic matches like Muhammad Ali versus Lyle Alzado, David Semenko, or Donny Osmond? But in recent years, celebrity boxing matches have reached a whole new level, and Juan Manuel Marquez hates it. In a recent interview, Juan Manuel Marquez said that Jake Paul and other celebrities are starting to ruin boxing. They're now buying their way into professional boxing, and by entering this territory, the reputation of the entire sport is at stake. He said that the celebrities are often paid way more than boxers, despite not performing nearly as well as real boxers. He claimed that they're a disrespect to the sport itself, and that boxing would just be better off without them. Even though he was a bit harsh with his words, a lot of boxing fans seem to agree with this sentiment. Do you? That's a wrap for this video. Do you think Deontay will ever return to boxing? Let us know in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.